morning everyone, welcome to Cactus Caffeine. If you are new here, my name is Anna. In this channel, I share with you my passion of growing cactus and other desert plants over a cup of coffee. So today I'm going to give you an update, a final winter update on all my collection. So this was requested by a viewer named Christian Kaliva. But it was requested a week ago and I tried doing the video a couple of times already, but the audio was bad because we've been having a very windy day all week. So finally today, though there's still a little bit of wind, it's much better and the sun is out. So let's proceed with this winter update. So let me start with this beautiful cactus that is in flower today. This is an Ariosi Speliosa or Neoporteria villosa. So if you've been following me in Instagram or Facebook, I have been doing a winter 2021 flower series over there. And this is one of those that I featured. And you've probably seen this a few times, the picture of it in Instagram. When I did that feature, it only had I think two or three flowers that are open, but right now look, there are 6 of them. Beautiful. And considering that it is such a tiny cactus, it is small, guys, so look at that compared to my thumb. It is really very small, but look how profusely it flowers. So this is a highly recommended cactus if you can get hold of this one. It will not disappoint you with its flowers. All right, and then on top here, so I did a video when Planet Desert gave me their gift box, a sample of their succulents gift box. So these are the 2 that I got. This is a Cactus bicolor, and then this one is a Mammillaria elongata, but this one is the one with the light pink flowers on them. So Clyde Morris, thank you, he was the one who pointed out that this could actually be a hybrid of the Mammillaria elongata, because what is more commonly seen is the Copper King Mammillaria elongata, which has copper colored spines. Actually, I think I have one right here. Let me show it to you. So that one is the Mammillaria elongata Copper King. So as you can see, the spines are copper in color. And I think the flower of this one, I can't remember if it was white or dark pink. But yeah, this is the Copper King. And this is the one with a lighter colored spine. So according to Clyde Morris, this is called the Pink Nymph variety of Mammillaria elongata. So very pretty. Now I have both kinds of Mammillaria elongata. Okay, and then what else? In this section of my greenhouse, actually, this rack right here, this gets the most amount of sunlight. So as you can see, most of my cacti that are waking up are in this section of my greenhouse. This one is a Rebucia. So look, it has been forming buds. And then what else? This is an Ariosis nidus. I can see some little pink tips showing there. So those are buds as well. So since this section is getting more sun in the morning, there's been more development on this area. Oh, and take a look at this Coloseum bruchii. All right, I know you can see those buds. So this also is a Mammillaria. My other Mammillarias are still asleep, but this one, I can see some pink buds forming now on top. Then on top back there, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 cacti that are grafted. So I did not graft them, I bought them as is. I told you guys before that I am not a very big fan of grafted cactus, but then I found these ones that were on not on sale, but they were selling them very cheap, considering what is grafted on top of them are not common cacti that are sold in the nurseries here. So for the price that I paid, less than $5 for each, it is very, very worth the price. So my plan this spring or winter is to practice on my grafting skills. I want to change the rootstock, this one, because this is grafted on a dragon fruit. Dragon fruit don't do very well in my environment here. I live in a desert in Las Vegas, and it is very hot and very dry, especially during the summer, that I've tried growing dragon fruit and they always don't make it in our summer. So I am planning to change the rootstock into a columnar. So I bought a few little columnar cacti that I will use to practice on my grafting skills so I can change the rootstock. I would probably start on the babies first, and when I am more confident, then that's when I will degraft the mother cactus. So by the way, this one, guys, I don't know what this is. So it is very smooth, no spines or glow kids or anything. Oh, I think this is a Rebucia, but I am not sure what it is. If you guys know what this one is, let me know in the comments down below. And then down in the second rack, this is actually getting less sun than the top rack, so I don't see much development yet. I think these are pretty much still dormant. And then in the bottom rack, not much has been going on here as well, except for this one. I don't know what this is. So this is a recent purchase in December, I think, or January. So it was growing in my garage, and I saw that it started developing those buds, so I moved it here in my greenhouse. This one as well, that's a Rebucia cultivar. Is that Mandy, I think? So this was given to me by a friend who doesn't want to be named. So thank you, friend, for this. Look, it is developing a flower bud for the first time. This also came from my garage under the grow lights. So whatever I see that is in bud in my garage, I move them here in my greenhouse. Here on the topmost rack is where I keep my taller cacti, which I've been protecting with a shade cloth because they get very intense direct sun. So as you can see there, these are the tall ones, and I just love this. This is a Cactus Colademonis. I got this from Rob Roy, and it always gives me a growth spurt during winter time. So very good. I just can't wait till this one flowers for me because I haven't seen the flower on this one yet. And then moving on, not much going on in there. On this rack is where I have some of my Haworthia. The rest are in my garage, but these are the ones that stayed here all winter long, and they just love the cold temperature here. So these are my two variegated ones, which I love so much. So this one is a Haworthia retusa variegated, and this one is a Haworthia mutica variegated. Very pretty. As for the rest, I don't really know their IDs. I'm so sorry. I'm not a Haworthia expert. If you want to see a good collection of Haworthia, check out Cacti Mania's channel. So he has lots of Haworthias in his channel. This, I know that what this one is. This is the white spider Haworthia, or the Haworthia limifolia striata. Very pretty. Down here, these are seedlings that I grew myself. So they were growing either in my garage or inside my house, but I know they're big enough now to withstand the slightly colder temperature here in the greenhouse. So I moved them here, and so far they've been here for a week and looks like they're doing well, so I'll leave them here for now. I noticed that seedlings, they grow faster for me if they're here inside my greenhouse than inside my house. I think it's the humidity, because inside we have the heater on and the humidity level inside the house is lower than here in the greenhouse. Then on this rack, I have a few that have been coming out of winter dormancy. This one is a Rebucia miniscula. Although this one, I don't think it ever went into winter dormancy because it has been flowering since December. See, there's a flower, spent flowers over there. But now it is developing more buds. So I am looking forward to this one. And then at the back right there, it's too far for me to reach it. But that is a euphorbia that is also covered with flowers at the tips. Very pretty. So I would probably do a separate video on that in my Instagram and Facebook accounts. So watch out for that. And by the way, follow me on my Instagram channel. It's Cactus Caffeine USA. And on Facebook, it is Cactus Caffeine. So you will see on Instagram more pictures of my plants over there. And in Facebook, you'll get more recent updates on what's been going on in my collection, and sometimes you will see a preview of what's coming up or what video is coming up in my YouTube channel. So see, this one is a Noodle Cactus or a Parodia. See those red spines on top? So that is a sign that it is starting to grow again, coming out of winter dormancy. And this nothing much going on in here. As you can see, I have spaces now on the racks because I've actually started moving some of the pots outside in my backyard. So our morning temperature has been warmer right now, so it has been in the 60s and 70s, but our night temperature still drops down into the 30s. So not quite very spring-like yet at night, but the morning temperatures feels like it is spring. Okay, and then this winter time I actually had, I think, a couple of casualties, and one of them is Coloseum ragonensii. So I had two of these. The other one was actually right here, and they are growing side by side. They were getting the same amount of care, same amount of sunlight. I gave them very little water, but the other one here, just one day, suddenly turned into green. So it did not shrink or shrivel up as much. It looked like this one. The only thing that was different that I've noticed is it was starting to turn green. So you can see this one is brown, and when I touched on it, it actually was already hollow inside. So one of the mysteries in growing cacti, I don't know what happened to it, but the inside, when I squeezed it, it deflated, and that's when I found out it was a goner. It was actually hollow inside. I unpotted it. I didn't see any pests. The roots were still in there, although they were already shriveled, of course. But yeah, so I lost one, Coloseum ragonensii, and the other one was a Rebucia, which I was rooting. So it shriveled up before it made roots. And now for the plants that I have here outside in my backyard. So as you can see, I set up a table over here. This is under a tree, so it gets partially shaded. I've moved some of the pots that have been in my greenhouse to this table, so they get plenty of sunlight in the morning, but in the evening, and like I've said, it still gets very cold. So I think these are the ones that can withstand the slightly colder temperature at night. And if you can hear the wind in the background, so sorry about that, but it is still very windy. I'll show you here. As you can see, it is still very windy. It's been like that all week in here. It's actually a little bit better today. And that is one pot arrangement I did last year. So I have a Haworthia ficus indica, that's a Trichocereus grandiflora, and a couple of teddy bear choya on the right side. This is on the side of my greenhouse. So this is the totem pole cuttings that I recently got from my mother-in-law. So I planted 3 in this pot. And then the biggest one, I potted it separately here. So this is still rooting. And then the Euphorbia millii cutting is right here. Still also rooting. I hope they will root. They don't look good. And then what else? I actually started to move some of my aloes from my garage to outside. So you see a couple of them here. This one is an aloe Christmas Carol, and this is the aloe oik. And this one is also a recent purchase. I got this on sale from Lowe's. Yeah, from Lowe's. So this is Agave Black Widow. It was priced at $22.98, but it was on sale for 50% off. So these are the hardier of my cacti that spent winter here outside in my backyard. I place a shade cloth because they get direct sunlight in the morning. And I haven't actually seen them for several weeks, so we'll all find out together how they are doing. So let me move the shade cloth. So let's see how they look. Everything looks good, although I don't see buds yet. So they've been exposed to cold temperature in here. So yeah, they're still dormant for now, not like the ones that I have inside my greenhouse. Yeah, but all of them seem to look fine. Now I am here in my garage. So these are the plants that I've been overwintering here, and like I've said in my previous videos, they get no light at all except for the grow lights that I have here. So they've been under, this one is a CX Home grow light, and then the next one is a PC Cooler grow light, and then over here that one is a Spider Farmer grow light. So they get no sunlight at all here in my garage. I have no window here, so these are all growth coming due to the grow lights, and they've been loving it here. In fact, look at my aloes. They've been blooming non-stop since January. They love it here, so I feel like I want to keep them here year round, but in summer it will be very hot here in my garage. Oh, this one, I did not notice that. So that is a Aloe Crosby Prolific. It also has a flower bud on top. See, so a lot of them has been blooming. A lot of my aloes have been blooming in here. And then on this section under the Spider Farmer grow light, I have some small cacti that are either rooting still or recently been given to me. And look, this is the Albuca spiralis. Very, very pretty. So the curly leaves just developed under this grow light. Then inside my house, this is my Mars Hydro grow light, which I also love because you can adjust the brightness of this grow light. So what I have here are some young seedlings. The big ones, I already moved them to the greenhouse. So these are the younger ones that remain here inside the greenhouse. So all of the grow lights that I've shown in this video, if you're interested in them, the links are down in the description. This is my mini desert garden, which is getting so much light right now, so I might have to put up my shade cloth here soon. But this is what I want to show you. Look at my claret cup cactus. Do you see the buds forming? Yes, I am so excited for that one. Here is another section in my backyard. So in this section, I do see this barrel also forming some buds. Okay, and then this one, I temporarily placed this spot right here because my dog is starting to dig in this section here. So I don't have a fence here like I do in my other desert garden. So in the meantime, I just place a spot right here to deter him from approaching this section and digging in here and burying his bones. I might have to look for like a big rock to put in place of this spot. Okay, it's time to wrap up this winter update. Now that I have seen many of my cactus, especially inside my greenhouse, many of them have been showing signs of growth, new growth, like forming new buds or forming new spines. The next item in my to-do list now would be to give them their first deep watering with fertilizer. So watch out for that. Definitely that would be my next video. I would be giving them their first deep watering, but I will be doing a selective watering first. So only those that I've seen are showing signs of new growth, I will give them their first deep watering. But a lot of my cacti outside, which are in my backyard, I think they are still asleep. So they might have to wait maybe one more week before I give them their first watering. But definitely a lot of my cacti here in my greenhouse, I think at least I would say 50%, 50 to 60% of the plants here in my greenhouse will definitely get their first deep watering with fertilizer. Okay, so now I am curious. Let me know in the comments down below, how are your plants doing at this time? Do you see any new growth, new buds, new spines forming, or are they still all in hibernation? Let me know in the comments down below, and tell me as well where you are located. It will be fun to read over your comments. Alright, so if you like this video, guys, do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like cactus and other desert plants. And until next time, don't forget, just enjoy every moment of your gardening hobby. Bye guys, and cheers!